Since the death of baby Peter Connolly, the number of children being placed into care in this country has been rising steadily. It's now at 80,000 a year. The vast majority of them are placed in foster care. So it's perhaps worrying that as the need for foster parents rises, many are choosing not to offer themselves anymore. Last year, 6,000 of them quit fostering, and the fostering network thinks the government needs to find more than 8,000 in the next year. So what's going on? James Clayton has spoken to 2 foster carers who've considered leaving the sector to find out.
Foster caring is brilliant. We, as a family, have had such pleasure from fostering, but right now I'm not sure that we can continue.
It's very rare of foster carers to come forward and speak out. Those that do will often get labelled as troublemakers, and that will impact on their fostering career.
Why am I doing it now? Because I think things need to change. I don't think the position at the minute is sustainable.
There have been times when it's been extremely difficult. We had an occasion when we weren't told that a young person placed with us had a hepatitis B status.
One of your foster children had this infectious disease. How did that make you feel?
I felt traumatised. We had one incident when our sitting room door was stabbed several times with a knife. Another occasion when our sofa was slashed. Another occasion when we had our carpets burned. And in all 3 of those occasions, the local authority didn't pay for the damage caused.
Foster children are ultimately the responsibility of the local authority. Now, if your child went to someone else's house and broke a vase or damaged a carpet, you would make sure that you paid for any damage. Unfortunately, many local authorities refuse to accept this, which means that the foster carer will have to pay for it out of their own pocket.
I'm currently paid under £1 an hour, and this is now going to be reduced. We have nothing to protect us. No rights at all against the actions of the local authority in reducing our pay.
Foster carers do not have an employment contract, and it puts them in a very vulnerable position. Local authorities who are looking to make cuts in budgets, foster carers are very easy pickings. It doesn't make sense to push foster carers away. Without enough foster carers, children are split up from siblings, they have to move a long way from home and change schools, and we're not giving them the stability they need.
I'm doing something really important for the state. We look after damaged children. We turn their lives around. And yet we have to rely on benefits.
And you yourself rely on benefits?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah. And that's demeaning and simply shouldn't be the case.
Do you have any sympathy with people who would say that you wanted to work with kids or you wanted to foster kids, and therefore you shouldn't be paid just like a parent isn't paid to have a child?
I've been a nurse, I've worked in the health system, and I was a counsellor. And what I do as a foster carer is every bit, and if not more, demanding than that role.
After a series of very high-profile child abuse scandals, when the welfare of children has never been so much of a priority, it doesn't make sense that our foster care system is essentially stuck in the 1970s. We need a professional foster care system where foster carers are treated as the professionals they are, well respected, properly supported and paid.
I would love to recommend fostering to my friends. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. But to be quite honest, with the situation as it is, I'm not sure that I really can.
If you do decide to leave fostering, will you miss it?
Absolutely. Hugely. I've put an awful lot of myself into fostering.
That film was made by James Clayton, but we asked someone from the Department for Education to come onto the programme to talk about the film, but no one was available for interview.